Roy Lee Jackson was a three-time All-Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference performer at both pitcher and DH at Tuskegee. He hit .404 as a sophomore, then led the team with a .431 batting average and .718 slugging percentage as a junior in 1975. Also in 1975, he posted a .9 ERA and struck out 160 batters to lead all Division II pitchers. Jackson finished his collegiate career with a 22-9 record and a remarkable 384 strikeouts in 251 innings, and later pitched parts of 10 seasons in the major leagues with the Mets, Blue Jays, Padres, and Twins.
Hello, I am Michael Harvey. I am proud to be a member of the National Baseball College Hall of Fame Black Legends and Pioneers Committee. I'd like to extend a warm congratulations to the entire 2020 induction class, and a special congratulations to the friends and family of the late great Pete Barnes, and to my Tuskegee Institute baseball teammate Roy Lee Jackson. Go Golden Tigers!
Hello, I'm Jay Sokol, founder of Black College Nines, an organization dedicated to preserving the legacy of baseball at historically black colleges and universities. I'm honored to be part of the National College Baseball Hall of Fame's Black College Legends and Pioneers Committee. As the committee's chairperson, I want to send a very special congratulations to Tuskegee's Roy Lee Jackson, and also to the friends and family of the late Pete Barnes of Southern University. Congratulations to the entire 2020 induction class of the great sport of college baseball into its Hall of Fame.
I am so excited to welcome in Roy Lee Jackson, 2020 inductee into the National College Baseball Hall of Fame. Roy Lee, welcome. How are you?
Honestly, I was totally shocked. I really was, and didn't really know what to say, and actually after he told me, then I went and told my wife, I said, I don't really know how to act. I said, because, I never thought about anything like this happening, to me, because at my age now, you just you don't even think about those kinds of things anymore. And to be quite honest, I thought about, something like this way back, probably about 30-something years ago, maybe, when I was a lot younger. And still active and stuff, and honestly, my thought was, oh man, that's something that would never happen because of the school that you went to, because they looked upon, black colleges at that time, because 72 to 75 was only like maybe 6 years as after we had totally integrated the school system, in Opelika. And so you just kind of figure, those things ain't gonna ever really happen and all that. So you just kind of forget that kind of stuff. I never looked at anything that I've done, even in my secular work history. I never, I just always wanted to do the best that I could do, and never expected, any kind of accolades about it, other than the fact that I just wanted to have a positive effect or positive impact, on people and on the sport itself, and I'll be honest, I'm still kind of shocked, to tell you the truth.
Roy Lee, you played for Tuskegee University from 1973 to 1975. You pitched, you DH'd, you earned all conference 3 times, and stamped your legacy with 384 strikeouts in 251 innings of work during your college career. Now a member of the 2020 National College Baseball Hall of Fame class. Why is this honor so important to you?
I never considered it to be important, because people that know me, they know that, I don't, when I played, and even when I was in high school, I just wanted to be successful in playing, and very team-oriented mentality. It was never an individual mentality about my own personal goals and those kinds of things, because my parents didn't raise me that way, to want to be put on pedestals or wanted attention focused totally on you and that kind of stuff. Going to a predominantly black school, and at that time, like I said, we weren't very well focused on, from the Collegiate Athletic Association that much at all. At least that was my impression. And for this to happen when I attended, because of my career at Tuskegee, that actually, what we did there at that school, my contribution, and the thing about it is that the things the successes that I had, they could not have happened without the teammates that I had, and I had some really good teammates and stuff. And so, just to be recognized is quite an honor for me. And it kind of I get kind of choked up about it because I really don't know how to honestly act, because I'm serious, because, like I said, I never thought anything like this would happen. And when it did, it was like a total shock and a pleasant surprise.
I'm wondering if you can describe the kind of athlete you were, the kind of presence that you had on the mound, or when you're in the box taking at bats. What kind of athlete were you?
That is a tough question because I don't like talking about myself. I felt like I was a good athlete. I always ascribed to being the best at what I did. And I didn't have any competition per se. The competition I had was with myself, to always try to do better and better. When I was on the mound pitching, I've always, for some reason, had a calm about me. Nothing frustrates me. I mean, nothing. And so I've always had that demeanor, from the time I started playing when I was 7 years old in Little League. Because of, my demeanor, that would kind of have guys thinking, well, no matter what happens to the guy, you can't rattle him, because when you understand the game itself and even life itself, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, and you can't let those things, frustrate you to the point to where you're not functional. And I like to hit, I think, more than I like to pitch.
You've accomplished so many different things throughout your life. And I know that you were told growing up that you were going to have to work twice as hard because of the color of your skin. You could achieve everything you wanted, but because of that, you were going to have to work twice as hard. Looking back now and looking at where you are today, why are you so proud of yourself for what you achieved and being told something like that?
Nobody ever sat around, sulking because of the fact that we were told we were at a disadvantage. But the reason that I think that myself, and there were others that grew up during that time, that became doctors, presidents, CEOs of companies and stuff. And the reason for that is because, we had a good support system from our home to our school. I can remember even my first grade teacher, Miss Ross, she would tell me, not just me, but other kids as well. She said that, baby, you can be whatever you want to be. She said, you're going to have to work twice as hard, but you can be better. You can be whatever you want to be. And the thing that really blessed me as well is the fact that because of the disadvantages and the reason possibly because of disadvantages, because of the skin color, whatever, they never let that be a crutch to us. And my father always told me, he said, nobody's going to give you, and this is how he put it. He said, boy, ain't nobody going to give you nothing in this world. He said, you're going to have to work for everything that you get, And so I really thank my father, for the work ethic and the attitude towards, doing things the right way and doing things, to the best of your ability. That's what my dad told me.
Paint me a picture of your favorite memory or something that you accomplished during your time at Tuskegee.
When Tuskegee and Alabama State played, it was a rivalry because Alabama State was like 15, 20 minutes away. And I remember we were playing this game there, and it was a tight game. It was always a pretty close game when we played them. And so I'm pitching, and the bases are loaded, and I think we might have been ahead by a run or something. And the count was like three balls, 2 strikes. And I threw, and they expected me to throw a fastball, I was pretty sure, but I threw a curveball. And it was right down the middle and the umpire called it a ball. And so when he called it a ball, everybody just freaked out at that point, you know. And so I can't remember. I think we walked off the field or something. I can't remember. It didn't end very well, you know, that. But, you know, I remember that, you know, more so than anything.
The National College Baseball Hall of Fame inducted Andre Dawson last year, and you played against him in college. Do you have a memory about playing against him?
I hated playing against him. I mean, really, the guy could hit, and he could run, and he could play. I would say back in those days that he was probably the best athlete in the whole conference. I mean, he was a very, very, very good player. And I didn't like facing him because he was always a hard guy to get out, always. And very, very tough, very, very mentally tough. We played against each other in college, and also when he was with Montreal, we played against each other. And, you know, and so we would fellowship before the game and all of that, because we're both in the same conference and stuff, and both went to predominantly black schools. And so we had a lot in common. And, you know, we didn't have like a very, very close relationship, but we had a good relationship, and one where we respected one another.
Roy Lee, I want to say thank you so much for sharing these stories, and congratulations again on being inducted into the National College Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2020.
Thank you so much, but I don't know if I'll ever get over it, I tell you.